Welcome to van build number 22. So crazy, cannot believe we're in the 20s already. This is our beach house layout. This is really where it all began. 6 years ago, Alex and I built this exact floor plan into a Sprinter van, a white one, just like this one. It was older though, definitely not this new. And this is the OG floor plan. We're so excited to share this one with you guys. Has a lot of upgrades, a lot of our standard features. It turned out beautifully. This is a 2022 170 Mercedes Sprinter. It's a 2500 non 4x4, but we did a lot of suspension upgrades and a 2-inch lift, so it kind of looks like a 4x4, especially with the all-terrain tires and nice black Rhino wheels that we did. So let's jump on in out of the cold. It is gorgeous out here today, but it's a little chilly, so let's get in the van and show you the fun stuff. So right when you come in, we do have the passenger side seat swivel, and we do have a lagoon table that mounts here at the end of the closet with another table, so you could work up here. She's also going to be using it for a dog crate area. We'll ask her how that goes later, so I'm not exactly sure how that's going to work out. Then we have a full-length closet up front. That's one of the best things about the beach house, is just how much storage there is in this van, and having a full closet integrated in your van is super nice for hanging up clothes that you don't want to have wrinkled, or just extra bags and all that kind of stuff can go up top. Down below, we've actually never done this before, but she has an air fryer that she wants to bring with her on the road, and this electrical system is so awesome that it can handle an air fryer because she has 560 amp hours of battle-worn batteries. So she wanted a spot if she could put her air fryer, and we'll show you in the kitchen. We did some other integrated storage solutions, so we didn't have room over there. So over here, we did this nice pull-out tray down at the bottom. She can put her air fryer in and other, kitchen items. We also have never done this before, and we did not bring the shelf on this trip. We were rushing to get out here to film this tour before it got dark. There is, you'll see in the closet at the bottom, we have little pins for an adjustable shelf. That was also something she wanted. It kind of locks onto the shelf, so hopefully it won't rattle too much. We kind of thought maybe an adjustable shelf would be too rattly, but I think with the solution we came up with, it's going to be really nice. So we always try to do our best to integrate clients' ideas and things they want to incorporate into their van if it's realistic and something that we think is also functional and will work well for them down the line. And I think those touches that she made in this van just turned out really, really nice. I'm sure now other clients are going to want it too. So one of the other kind of standard features of the beach house layout is the wet bath. 6 years ago, when Alex and I designed our first van, this wasn't out there. Now you see it all the time. We kind of took our inspiration from the manufactured Sprinters like Airstream and Winnebago, but their bathrooms felt really closed off and very awkward because they'd have like a real door here and you'd like go in there and it was so small, and they still somehow had a shower curtain in there and a sink and a toilet, and it just felt really claustrophobic to me. And not a great use of the space. I mean, why put a sink there if you have one right here? I know some people like the idea of a sink in the bathroom, but it just, I don't know, pros and cons to everything. And I think functionally, for the size of the space, this ultimately is the best bathroom, hands down. I mean, that's why so many other people are doing it now. So one of the design elements Alex and I came up with, because a toilet is so large and we didn't want to take up too much of the floor space in here, is our toilet actually overhangs into the shower pan. But you can actually step in there and your toes have somewhere to go. You're not like stubbing your toes on this toilet box. That is one of our favorite features about this toilet system. This is a urine diverting toilet made by a company called Separate. So it has a urine part in the front. The back is open. You can put a bag back there if you want to go number 2. And the number 1 goes to a holding tank underneath the van. We also have our shower in here, obviously. And then the wall material is called Palisades. It's a vinyl wall tile that kind of clicks together. This was not out there 6 years ago when we first started our vans, but we're so glad it is now, because this is our number 1 thing that clients pick to finish off the bathroom. If we're building in a 3500, we do have the weight capability to do full tile. This is not a 3500, So she went with the kind of faux marble look in the shower. I think it turned out beautifully. And all in all, love it. We also have our Nautilus self-cleaning retractable door with the stripes. Again, the company's called Nautilus. A lot of people like comment on our tours and like, where did you get XYZ? We usually either say it in the video or I will link everything down below that's like easy to buy on Amazon or our website. We try to provide as many links as we can, but some of the stuff we buy directly from the companies like the Nautilus. So next up is the kitchen. Again, OG style with the butcher block, the golden oak butcher block. It just turned out beautifully. This client loves to cook and she really wanted the butcher block. I think it works so nicely in this layout and color scheme because she did do the white walls and the white ceiling. I think it's really nice to break up all of the white with the cabinets, the walls, and the ceiling with some of these nice warm wood elements. So I think these turned out really nice, kind of our general rule of thumb with ceiling, walls, and countertop, or I should say ceiling, countertop, and floors, is you kind of want to match 2 out of the 3, but if you go all 3, it can be a lot of wood tones. If you go white, everything, white cabinets, walls, ceiling, countertops, it's a little too white, so we like to kind of bring in those warm wood tones like I was saying and break up all the white, just like with the door panels and the headliner shelf. We're bringing in those wood elements, just makes it feel nice and cozy in here. I do actually love the tiles she picked out. Different style than we've done before. The vertical, just little tiny little guys with gray grout, turned out very nicely. She does have an outlet in her kitchen for her induction cooktop, which is stored down in the drawer below. She can pull it out, set it up, put everything away, and that way we have this nice big countertop in here. We also have a huge stainless steel sink. She even got the nice little soap dispenser and one of our favorite faucets that these guys, I show this every time, come off. I should probably use 2 hands, and you can use it out the sliding door when it's open, obviously. Too cold for that today. She also has a nice pull-out trash and recycling can system underneath her sink. And then we just have a lot of storage in here. Like I was mentioning, we did some custom storage solutions. She wanted these little pull-out trays for essentially like a pantry, and it actually has a second shelf. We just forgot to put it in, of course. So these are taller than that, so she can put all her like spices and pantry style items in there. So that turned out really nicely. And then she's just got a lot of drawers for storage. Now on the other side of the van, on the driver's side, is where her 130 liter isotherm fridge is. Gorgeous, simple, easy. This thing is massive. So no storage on this side, but a really big fridge. Nice size countertop over here. Next up, we have upper cabinets all throughout. Again, one of our favorite storage options for all of your extra stuff, gear and bedding, clothing, all that kind of stuff. And with our Lagoon mount, it is really easy to access all of this stuff all the way in the back because you can swivel it completely out of the way. Again, something that wasn't out when we started van life 6 years ago were these swivel tables. We had like the pedestal in the ground, and it was just really hard to get back here and like not as functional as they are now. But now it's super easy to get up and into any cabinet you need in the back. I love van life for that reason. There have been so many cool products and innovators and companies that have come out with new things to make van life even better. So this is our standard dinette bed area. This is a bamboo table, and again, the Lagoon mount that swivels all the way around. So fun and functional and easy to use, and just makes this space multifaceted. This also creates kind of the fill-in section of the bed. All the cushions come together and makes almost a king size bed back here. So really comfy, cozy. We have the U-bench area, which we'll hop outside, freeze our tushes off, and show you guys that. But all in all, I think this just turned out beautifully. Again, it is very white in here, but I think with all these wood details we brought in, we haven't even talked about the slats. How did I forget? That was another thing she brought in on the design side, was wanting slat accents throughout. So we have one essentially like water falling down the end of the kitchen cabinet. We have it on the bathroom wall, which just reminds me of our last van. I love that so much. Looks really pretty. It breaks up all the white in here. And then we do have it at the back of the U-bench area. So Now, I think I'm done with my part. Alex will talk about some of the specs. We'll talk about all the exterior stuff, show you back there. But yeah, it's bittersweet. 6 years later, and this is our 22nd van. And I would say probably about 75% of the vans we've done have been beach house layouts, or at least like 2/3. It's been mostly this layout, which just makes us feel like, okay, this really is such a good floor plan. And again, we've seen it all over Instagram and YouTube, so it's pretty surreal that, yeah, we've done this many and people love it as much as we do.
On the outside of this van, we have a few things that are also standard for the beach house. The beach house window configuration. We always love to put the T-vent window in the sliding door. It's great to have a window in the sliding door so when you're driving, you have a little bit more vision when you're making those turns. Also, it gives you that nice venting option right up here. And then in the back, we do the fixed glass windows on the driver and passenger rear quarter panel. Now that just really allows us to finish the window off really nicely with our frames, which we love doing on the inside. And then the custom window covers from Strawfoot that attach to the outside of those frames for a totally blackout and private window cover system. For all of the other window covers, like the front windshield and the two driver and passenger window up front and the sliding T-vent, we use the set from Wonderful.co. Our buddy Scott founded Wonderful a couple years ago and is just continuing to innovate and make really high quality products for van lifers because he's been a van lifer for a long time. Although, Scott, where's your van? Still not finished. So we're super excited to have our client use those. One of my favorite functions of the Wonderful window covers is that they fold up really small accordion style. They're really easy to store, and the magnets on them are straight up legit. They will attach to the metal and stay up all night long. A lot better than the Velcro that we did and had attached to the window in our very first van we built for ourselves. And the link for Wonderful.co is down below if you guys are interested in using our affiliate link to buy some window covers, and they are in stock, which is one of the best things about them. A couple other things we added on the outside of the van. Our typical truck bed liner treatment, which is for rust prevention and also just the badass factor. We do the plastic panels, and behind the plastic panels all the way down below, and also after we cut in everything up top like the AC unit and vent fan in this van, then we also do a color match truck bed spray on the roof before we put the roof rack down. We've added running boards, the 12-volt Espar Diesel Heater, and we upgraded the wheels and tires. We added the Falcon Wild Peak all-terrain tires around the Black Rhino aftermarket black wheels, which just look sweet. Love it. Now let's show you the back of the van. So this is one of the first vans we have done in a while that we haven't added any Luminess items on the back, like the spare tire carrier or bike racks, those sort of things. She didn't need all of those, which is great. Keeps her van nice and short. Storage wise, she has a lot of storage here in the back with our U-bench area. We love this very functional storage for like your water hose, your extension cord, the hose for her outdoor shower, which is right here. She has both hot and cold water right here. And then to fill, we've talked about this extensively in our other van tours, but we don't have anything cut in to the outside of the van on the sides. She can access her water fill hose through this hatch right here, and her shore power is actually underneath the van right about here, so she can just kneel down, crawl underneath there, and plug her extension cord in when she wants to charge up her through her 3,000 watt inverter charger, or if she just wants to run off shore power. This van does come equipped with 540, that is 2 Battleborn GC3 batteries. So 540 amp hours of lithium battery power with the 3,000 watt inverter. It's got 60 amps of alternator charging. We have 200 watts of solar on the roof. Fresh water, we've got 33 gallons on the driver's side in this bench right here, and the 2.5 gallon Bosch water heater. It is not on demand, it is a tanked water heater, so along with the 33 gallons, she has another 2.5 gallons in there, and that runs off of the 3,000 watt inverter. It's our typical plumbing and power system for the beach house layout, and typical climate control with the vent fan and the 12-volt Dometic RTX 2000 air conditioner. We do not need that today, but for many months she will be traveling in this. She is going to love having that 12-volt air conditioner that can run directly off of the 540 amp hour battery bank without having to be plugged into shore power, which is one of our favorite things about it. And that product does really work. Speaking of kind of things we started, we were actually the first van builders to install that unit in a van when we built the Battleborn batteries van 3 years ago. Crazy, that was 3 years ago. That tour is on our channel if you're interested in checking it out. Got to talk Luminess, I guess. What do we do on the roof? We added the Luminess double loop low profile roof rack. 200 watts of solar on the Luminous solar mounts. We also added the WineGuard 435, which is a cell phone and Wi-Fi booster. On the passenger side of the vehicle, we did add 2 rigid flush mount lights that are on the side, so she does have a little bit of lighting on the side outside of the vehicle, and also the Fiamma F45S 10-foot awning, which is a manual crank. And she's gonna love when she's, you know, staying somewhere for a couple days in this rig. One of the things we pride ourselves in with the beach house layout is making it feel homey, not having a lot of RV looking components and switches and gauges out where you're gonna see them constantly. So our electrical control panel is located in this upper cabinet, and this has the Serbo GX with the touchscreen along
with post-it notes.
With post-it notes. He's telling me what all of these switches are for, so I can make labels. With the Serbo GX touchscreen, we are big fans of this system because it gives you everything you need right in one place. Right now we can see we're charging 76 watts through our solar. Our DC system is pulling 101 watts. And our battery voltage is at 13.4, which says it's at 100% right now, but we haven't exactly calibrated that yet. So, but this also works as your tank sensor. You can see tanks right here, freshwater tanks and gray water tanks. And if we wanted to turn our inverter on and have all of our household outlets work, or say we were going to run our water heater, we've just turned our inverter on, so now we can do that. Or if we were plugged in shore power and wanted to charge. And then we have switches for all of the gray water tanks located underneath the van, like the toilet, the shower, and the kitchen, and also a switch for her WineGuard cell phone and Wi-Fi booster. So all of this is just tucked conveniently right here, one touch screen and 5 switches, and that's all that she has to worry about to make this whole system run. Love this van, super excited. It's beautiful. It was looking really white in here, and then Sara does this, did all of this beautiful slat accent, and I just love it in here. Client comes on Tuesday and can't wait for her to see it. She's gonna love traveling in this.
We did kick the heater on, so you might hear a little bit of that in the background. The control is actually right here by the bed, which is really nice, and then is underneath the passenger seat. Not sure if we mentioned that. All in all, this build turned out beautifully, and it is super bittersweet that this is 22 vans with our OG layout. Just feels so surreal that we are building this in a 170. We haven't done a 170 beach house in a while. That's like the exact floor plan that Alex and I used to live in, which is wild and crazy to think about before we had 2 kids. And we are officially booked through all of next year already. Thank you guys for all of your support. If you do want to possibly get on our build schedule in the future, there will be a link down below for our website where you can fill out an inquiry form. But like I said, we are booked out through all of next year. We might open up like 1 or 2 slots because we have an amazing team who are just cruising and kicking booty, and we are really getting these builds down to a science and getting them out quicker, and it just feels really good to have such a solid team. So thank you to Kevin, Clark, and Beej, who work with us and help us build these beautiful vans. We definitely could not do it without them, so it takes a team. We also have a couple other guys who help us out with the suspension stuff and some of the carpentry work, so thank you to Ryan and Willie as well, who come in and kind of help us with a lot of the exterior stuff and carpentry, like I said. And then, of course, there's me and Alex. I mean, we carried the team, let's be real. Just kidding. And then also, we cannot forget our amazing nanny, because neither one of us would be able to work and build these vans if it wasn't for someone taking care of our cute little boys. So thank you to Kayla. I don't think she would ever watch this, but if Kayla has made it this far, thank you, Kayla, for helping raise our cute boys. Alex and I, fingers crossed, should be getting our new van any day, and we cannot wait to build that and share it with you guys. We are thinking about doing the OG family van layout with the Happy Jack, and our boys are like at such a good age that we're excited to do some traveling with them next summer. So I have a lot of fun design plans for that van. But yes, this van turned out so nice, and I haven't mentioned my favorite feature yet. And I think I just have to say, number 1, it's the layout, but number 2, it's the slats, because that just really brought in that nice warm wood tone in here, and like I said, broke up all the white. And yes, I installed the slats. It's kind of my Sara project that I take on now, so it's really fun for me. Anyways, enough with the rambling. Thank you all so much for watching this van tour. Like I said, if you want to possibly get on our build schedule, there'll be a link down below for that. There'll be a link down below for a blog post with more pictures and details on this van, everything that we used in it. What else? Oh, if you want to get the specs for this floor plan, our beach house layout, again, our most popular floor plan for our clients and people online and people in our DIY group, you can check out the van layout guide, which I will leave a link down below. That is our kind of floor plan program where you get access to all of the floor plans we have done thus far, and you get access to our private Facebook group where you can connect with us and other people building out their own vans. So hope to see you guys inside there, and we'll be back next year with some new van tours. This is the last one of 2022 that we're coming out with, and then we'll be finishing a lot up in the new year and have a lot of fun van tours out then. So thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like this, subscribe, leave us a comment down below. We do actually read them, so thank you guys, and we'll see you next time. Bye!